All right, so we're here at Ojos Locos with Joseph Atomic Caballero getting ready to fight October 25th on the Marines Promotions card. How are you feeling today, man?
Hey man, I'm feeling great. I'm excited for October 25th. Getting ready to put on another show for the community, for all my fans, for everyone out there. So yeah, I'm ready.
How did you get involved in the sport of boxing?
I started off at the age of 18. I actually started late, but I've been involved with the sport. I started actually at UTRGB. I started at UTRGB. They had a boxing club. I did it mainly to lose weight, and I fell in love with the sport. And my amateur career, I did great, and now I made it onto the pros, and I love it.
Yeah. Got it, man. Back on July 26th, you made your pro debut against Jeremy Davis, man. What were your thoughts and reflect back on that fight?
Jeremy Davis was a great fighter. He was an up-and-coming prospect as well. He was 1-0. He came in great, but I just know I have to take on tough fights, to pave my way into the heavyweight division, to make my name out there. And, I did great. I could have done better. There's always room for progress. This next show, definitely expect a knockout. We're going for that. We've been training, so I'm ready for that.
Yeah. Got it, man. It seems like from the outside and looking in, you were able to get into his range. You were able to dictate the pace of the fight and fight your fight, man. Just talk about that strategic moment going into the fight and crediting all that to your training camp.
I did a lot of work. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. He was a big, tall opponent. Just jabbing my way in and working on the inside. We knew he was going to have a little bit of problems there. And, I think my power was I know my power was too much for him. And I just knew all my hard work and conditioning. I might be a big guy and a small heavyweight, but I bring a lot of power and I bring a lot of endurance that a lot of people don't know and don't see. They underestimate me. So, I've just been working.
Got it, man. After your debut, you called out a veteran in Tony the Tank Martinez from Brownsville. What was the mindset behind calling him Tony?
Calling him out, is another thing that some people in the valley and everywhere, some people don't do it as much. Some people don't want to take those big fights. Some people don't want to call out those big names, and some people do call out those big names, but don't back it up by signing contracts and stuff. And I knew I was ready for that fight. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I know, he's a veteran, but I knew I was ready for him. And like I said, I wanted to pave my way into the heavyweight division. Through with that Tank and any heavyweight that's down here. And one thing about me is I back up my words. And, if I call out someone, I mean it. And I knew that was going to be a great show for the audience. And, I knew it was going to be a great show.
Got it, man. It seems like you want to end the year busy. You're going to be fighting Emmanuel Tobias Ibarra from Reynosa, October 25th.
Yeah.
And then this morning, we saw you sign a contract with GT Promotions to fight Baba Salinas, Big Country. Just talk about staying busy, man, and wanting to fight the best of the best in the RGB.
Yeah, just like you said, it's staying busy. I have this fight on October 25th. I'm not overlooking my fighter. I know I signed, contracts, and I have a lot of fights lined up for the end of this year. But like I said, it goes back to paving my way, making my way into the heavyweight division, and really boosting my name out there. Because a lot of people aren't calling people out, a lot of people aren't talking as much, and I'm gonna end it off. After this fight, I'm gonna end it really big at the end of the year in November with GT Promotions and with Baba Salinas. That's gonna be a great fight, and I hope everyone can make that fight because I know that fight's gonna be sold out. But right now, I'm worried about my opponent right now, and after this event, be ready to be on the lookout for that show.
Got it, man. Atomic, right?
Atomic.
How'd you get that nickname?
It's funny because they say I'm a short but big guy, and they say I rush in a lot. So they bulls they charge a lot and they're big and they have power. So that's where I got like the Atomic. I'm fast. So that's where I got the Atomic Bull name from. So it just all came together.
Got it, man. Where can people follow you on social media?
On Instagram, you can follow me at @Caballero _Caballero. And on Facebook, you can follow me on Joseph Caballero.
Got it, man. And in closing, man, before I let you go, anybody want to say hi to any shout out you want to give to anybody?
I want to give a shout out to my coach, Christopher Chapa. We're fighting at the RGB Fight Farm. And I want to give a shout out to my team. I want to give a shout out, to God. He's been helping me out. I just want to thank everyone and for allowing this to happen. I want to give a shout out to Martinez Promotion for helping me for my pro debut, helping me for this next show, and getting me those big fights. And yeah.
Got it, man. We'll see you fight night, dude.
Okay, thank you.